How does the JavaScript this keyword work? Imagine you're in a room full of people and someone calls your name. The way you respond depends on where you are and what you're doing. In JavaScript, the this keyword works similarly. It points to the object that is currently executing the code, but how it does that depends on the situation. If you think about defining and calling functions, this can change its meaning based on how you call that function. When you create a function and call it directly, this usually refers to the global object, which in browsers is the window. But if you use strict mode, this inside that function becomes undefined. Now, if you attach that same function as a method to an object and call it through that object, this points to the object itself. That lets the method access or change properties of the object easily. Arrow functions are a bit different. They do not have their own this. Instead, they take this from the surrounding code where they are written. So, if you use an arrow function inside a method, it keeps the this from the outer function, not the object. This makes arrow functions helpful when you want to keep the context of this consistent inside callbacks. JavaScript also gives you tools to control this explicitly. You can use the call method to invoke a function with a specific this value, passing in arguments afterward. The apply method works similarly but takes arguments as an array. The bind method creates a new function with this permanently set to a certain object. This is useful when you want to pass a function around but keep its context intact. When you work with event handlers, this usually refers to the element that received the event. For example, clicking a button will make this point to that button, letting you change its style or content directly. To sum it up, understanding how this works in different situations is key to writing effective JavaScript. Whether you're defining functions, calling them in various ways, or working with asynchronous code, knowing what this points to helps you control your code's behavior. It makes your functions more flexible, reusable, and easier to manage in web development projects.